2027 Tension brews in Imo over suspected Guba bid by Okorocha's son-in-law. Na so. Now to the news info. Tension is mounting in Imo State as concerns grow over the suspected ambition of Ogumba Uchenwoso, the son-in-law of former Governor Rochas Okorocha, to present himself for the 2027 governorship election. Now, father-in-law do, son-in-law sef wan come do. Hey, now, Nwosu, who hails from the Olu zone, is being speculated to be preparing to contest for the state's highest office, a move that has sparked outrage and resentment among leaders of the state, particularly from Owerri and Okigwe zones. For decades, Olu zone has dominated Imo State's political landscape, with figures like Okorocha, who served as governor for 8 years, and Chief Achike Udenwa, who also held the office for 2 terms, further cementing their grip on power. The current governor, Senator Opuzodinma, is also from the Olu zone and is set to complete his second term in 2027. Together, these leaders have held the reins of power in the state for an overwhelming 24 years. In contrast, Okigwe zone has held the governorship for a mere 4 years, while Owerri zone representation has been limited to just 7 months since the return to civil rule in 1990. Now, that's not fair. Now, why are they doing like that? Why should it be only just one zone? They should be rotating this thing now. So another person from Olu wants to now come again, and is even the son-in-law of a former governor. It is well. Newsbound understand that the political imbalance has sparked growing frustration in both Okigwe and Owerri zones, where leaders are voicing their concerns over the possible extension of Olu's political dominance, which one also suspected ambition represented. In recent weeks, murmurs of outrage have emerged from both areas, with some who spoke to this medium warning of serious consequences if the power imbalance continues. Yes. Chief Nduka Obasi, a prominent leader from Owerri zone, expressed his anger over the situation, saying, "It is utterly disrespectful to the people of Owerri and Okigwe zone. Yes, now, it's only Olu that is there. It's not only Olu that we have in Imo State now. For Olu to continue monopolizing power, we have endured this for far too long now. Wow. As it be for saying only Nigerians and Yorubas, they monopolize power. Igbos are not there as president. The same thing is happening in Imo State that they are monopolizing power. Only Olu zones are winning election. It is well. We have endured this for far too long. I will not sit idly by waiting while another son from Olu attempts to succeed the current governor. This is our time, and the political structure of the state must reflect the principles of equity and fairness. Yes. Obasi's sentiments were echoed by Mrs. Ngozi Okafor, a leading political figure from Okigwe zone, who described the situation as a political travesty. How long will Okorocha and his family members continue to hold us, Abi? It's been more than 2 decades of Olu zone domination. This state belongs to all of us, exactly. And it is only fair that we also have a voice in the governorship race, she added, highlighting the feelings of marginalization in our zone. They are marginalizing Igbos in Nigeria, and then they are still marginalizing themselves in their state. It is well. Meanwhile, the pressure group Amala Owerri has raised alarm about what they perceive as an unfair advantage enjoyed by the Olu zone. If Uchewosu runs, it will be an insult to the people of Owerri zone. For once, we must prioritize a fair rotation of power. Exactly. They should rotate it though. Which will allow all zones to have an equal stake in the governance of Imo State, said a senior official of the group, who spoke on the condition of anonymity. We are prepared to take action to ensure that our voices are heard, he threatened. On the other hand, political observers in the state have noted that growing dissatisfaction among the populace over this suspicion, with many in Owerri and Okigwe zones warning that such desperation for power by the Okorocha dynasty can plunge him into crisis. Yes, because you've been there, you've done 8 years. Now your son-in-law too wants to come. No matter how you put it, he's family. He's a family, he's your son-in-law, so he's approximately your son. If he's your son-in-law, then he's your son. So you've done governorship for 8 years. Your son-in-law so now wants to come and rule again the same zone. Why are they not rotating? It should be rotated now. That's really, really unfair. Very, very unfair. As the 2027 governorship election draws closer, the political tensions are likely to intensify. What started as murmurs of discontent is now shaping into a full-blown political crisis, with leaders in Owerri and Okigwe zones vowing to stand firm in their position to the continued dominance of Olu in the state's political affairs. How this seeming crisis will unfold remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the battle for the soul of Imo has begun. No be small thing, the battle of the soul of Imo. I don't understand what happened to the other zones. There's Owerri zone, there's Okigwe zone. So almost 24 years, if only all zone have been ruling, that's really, really unfair. Even if they don't tell them, they're supposed to think that, okay, there are other zones, let's give them chance. I hate people that are so greedy, that don't think about other people. You're not even thinking about them. It's only your zone that is in the states. No, you know that there are other states in the in other zones in the states. You've been there 24 years. Only your zone have been ruling as the governor of the state, and you cannot say, okay, let's leave this term. Let another person take it. Let another zone do it. At least think of other people. It's just greediness and selfishness, really. It is. Now, wow. All the around promises. What happened to Owerri zone? Only waiting to Supreme Court governor to vacate first. Kizito Ogbere says, Owerri zone like money. You people are not united. 2027 people will still choose Uche Nwosu more than Oluzon. Oluzon 9 local governments, while Owerri 6 and Okigwe 5. This is not about making noise. And Oluman, I want someone from inside Owerri to govern Imo State. After Opuzodima, someone from Mbai, Tolu or Mbano. If you guys bring a Basi person, Oluzon will win. Because 70% votes come from Olu. Now, wow. Nariwa, Ibechem Innocent says Uche Nwosu and his father-in-law, Rocha Okorocha, that destroyed Imo State, is thinking of coming back to Douglas House. Again, perhaps to bury the remains of Imo State Abi. It's a God forbid bad thing. Then you people should know what you are doing and probably let the candidates come outside from the Owerri zone and the Okigwe zone, because it's not just by mouth. You have to have your own candidate as well, because if not, we shall resist him and his enablers with the last blood in us. Okay, now, what an insult on the people of Imo State. It's an insult, really. And it's greediness and selfishness, because you are not thinking of other people. Only your zone have been winning for 24 years and counting. No. That's really bad. Really bad. Because Dini Jemazi says they take us for food. Soon they will tell us how Uche Nwosu is our son-in-law. I wonder what has become of the asset recovery efforts of the present administration. Any reprimands, or are we also compromised? How would I know? I don't know. Lawrence Anukam says, who is Uche Nwosu to create political tension in Imo State? Even Rochas cannot influence the politics of Imo State because he performed abysmally to the chagrin of his followers. Hence, his dynasty is closed in the state. Okay, it will be a wild goose chase for Uche Nwosu to make any attempt again. Let's hope so. Let's hope that it's not just mad that people are making. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.